Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of the old Blackthorn. This is the 2024 Blackthorn 3300RD. It sounds like a pirate's name, which I personally enjoy, just kind of dorking out here. But today I'm down with Funtown RV at their Super Center. This is their campground that you can use to camp with after you purchase, just to come down and get acclimated to it. They got a tech nearby to help you. There's a whole lot of good stuff, but all the pricing and the specs will be down in the description. And if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. Really trying to make a push for 75,000 subscribers here in 2024, and we greatly appreciate your help. Plus, I put out daily RV content. But we're going to go ahead and start off on the inside and then work our way around the outside and show you what she's all about. Probably about 15 minutes or so. But let's go ahead and head on in there. Again, it's the 2024 Blackthorn 3300 RD. You see, you got the old Four Seasons package. We're already starting off strong. I have always liked selling east to west products. I just think, just an easy sale, just something that's, you don't have to worry about it. So right here, you got a little table. You got the ottoman. I'm going to start back in the rear den, but that table is pretty darn cool. You can actually adjust it, so I can push that back in. But you can slide it all the way to the left, all the way to the right, put two chairs on one side, the ottoman on the other. Right now it's kind of in travel mode, but you can adjust that any which way you want. There's also a little bit of storage under there, but pretty darn cool. Now, heading back into the back, first I want to point out that there is a massive slide that starts right here, goes all the way back into the back. So you're going to get things like this table with a little nook right there. But you also get kind of like a little hallway action to walk back into here. And I'm a big fan of the rear dens. I like the front livings, but I like the rear dens a little bit more because you're going to get a little bit more head space, a little bit less claustrophobic when you're, kind of in movie theater mode. We got a bunch of kids, and I could imagine myself just stacking them all up around, having some popcorn, enjoying the fireplace, and watching a movie. That fireplace looks like it's about a 46-inch fireplace, basically in this fancy space heater. Got a couple different coloring modes, your orange, your blues, your whites, but it puts out enough heat to really heat the entirety of this area from the TV back to the kitchen sink. So that is a nice feature to have that a lot of RVs do, but I like to point it out. You're also going to get a couple speakers here below your massive TV, which I'm going to guess is about a 50-inch. Windows on both sides that do open up, and you also get a little blackout shade. Keep some nosy eyes out. The old Dracula shade. This is also going to be on a swivel, so if you're sitting over here on the sofa, feel free to pull it out and angle it. You can even do it, a lot more than that, obviously. Storage, both left and right, is going to be looking just like that. But both of these sofas back here will pull out to meet in the middle. So even though this is going to be a couples coach, you have the ability to house a family like mine because you can pull both of these out, and now you got sleeping for four, and they're fairly comfortable here as well. If you're not someone who likes to sleep on a sofa, you do have the quick recline recliners, and they lay really nice and flat, and I have slept on many of those over the last 11 years selling RVs. I am a big fan of the Allure furniture in general. It's just really soft and cushiony. You also get a couple cup holders and a place to house your remotes right down in there. Now, as far as the sofa's pulling out, that's all fine and dandy, but you're also going to get some really nice sized windows. They're all going to be tinted windows. They all got the old Dracula shade, and they all open up for a really good breeze. Above the TV, you're also going to notice that you get a lot of cabinetry with the black glass insert. So, babe, if you're watching, I love you. But you got a lot of room up in here. I mean, that is looking pretty darn nice. Flip it around here. Again, the sofa comes out, but another big window. This one's also an emergency exit. Hopefully you never have to use it, but if you do, you just, pull those red tabs, pull, push, and plop, and you can get out of here in a hurry. You also see that you got an outlet, and the slides are also pretty darn tall. I am 6 feet tall standing in here, and you can tell, it's probably about 6'5" or so. So unless you're coming in, with a head of steam and you're fairly tall human, you don't have to ever worry about bonking your head. So this is going to be kind of the beginning to your kitchen area. So you got a little pantry right here. I like seeing that. It's going to be perfect for all your dry food. It's actually not all that little at all. I got average arms for a 6-foot dude. And you see I'm going about from the tippy tips to just about to my armpit. But it's also on those adjustable shelves. So you can turn this into, you know, a hanging closet if you would like. Or, I don't know, maybe put in more shelves and make it like little racks in there. You also get the solid surface countertops all throughout. You got a little viewing window. Both sides of your oven do have some workable space. And then you got a couple lights here that you can turn on there too. But I like the backsplash. I just think it's looking really sharp. And then both sides are going to have a pull-out drawer. And then some pretty clean-cut storage. Your oven has got a little glass backsplash or some countertop space. But it's the 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings. And then you got your Magic Chef right there. So that way you can cook up, you know, a couple chickens, you know, or something like that. Bada bing. Same over there. On the top, also notice I'm hands-free because it's on that strut system right there. And then your GE microwave as well, which is going to be a little bit nicer microwave, you know, than most. So right here, you got your safety latches for the Furrion. Let me go ahead and pull. Oh, they are very secure. But you got your Furrion refrigerator, which is going to be a 12-volt. If you're not familiar with the 12-volt refrigerator, it'll basically run off of your solar, you know, your truck when you're driving down the road, or your batteries. They're going to be a little bit safer than your propane refrigerators, but they're also going to be a lot more effective than your propane refrigerators, you know, as well. Flip it around. I love the fact that the sink is over here because you're going to get a lot of usable space and a lot more storage as well. You can see you get a lot of overhead storage, which is all pretty much going to be, you know, looking just like that. Obviously, the middle doesn't have quite that height because you have this little open area. But you get a lot of prepping space here around the sink. You know, you could line up some pots and pans or some different, you know, dishes that you cooked for people to come in the door and just grab and go so they're not coming in and out of your camper. You also have outlets, Keurig, blender, the works. Both sides are going to feature a pull-out drawer. This bottom one's got a pull-out garbage can. And then this one, you just open it up, you know, to some normal storage. Underneath here, access to your plumbing and some pretty clean cut and open storage, you know, for all your, you know, your cleaning supplies and things of that nature. This is going to be where you control your heat and your AC. And then you also see it's on a dimmer. So if you want to turn it into movie mode, you know, you just take it, you just slide your finger down. And I just think that's really nice. Now you got a nice little ambient glow to enjoy a movie, or possibly leave it on just to come out for a little midnight snack. So again, this table is pretty darn interesting, but you can move the ottoman, you know, wherever you want. You can pull it out or you can use it as a 2-seater. But all you do is you grab, there's a little latch over here. See right there. All you do is grab, it's a little hard to do with one hand, but okay, so you grab and you pull, but you can also slide it both left and right, so you can make it into a desk. You can make it into a table. You can make it seating for 4, kind of however you want. So it's a nice little workable, kind of like an RV, you know, little treat for you. You got another window over here, opens up, also is an emergency exit, and then overhead storage here as well. And I forgot to point out, above the oven, you got your fantastic fan. Now, right as you walk inside the RV, the first thing you're going to walk into is obviously the sink with the countertops, but also your slide controls. So all your slide controls and your awning, along with, you know, your cap lights, tank heaters, that's part of that 4 Seasons package. So a tank heater is basically just a 12-volt pad you put on the bottom of your RV, and it heats it up with electric. Same thing that your refrigerator is kind of running off of. So you also have a fuse box with a little night light down there, and you got kind of the floating steps as well. So if you want to kick off some boots and throw it under there, you know, you're ready to rock. You got a little grab handle to help you get on up into a pretty good sized bathroom with the old porcelain throne. You also get the 1-piece fiberglass shower, which is, you know, pretty darn good size. But I really like that LED bar. So 6 foot, 300 pounds. So I'm a fairly large fella. And you can see I fit in here, you know, just fine with plenty of space. By the way, this shirt I got at Goodwill for $6. What a steal. And then you got the overhead, you know, kind of sunroof, I guess what do you call it? I'm blanking out here. I'm not that much of a fancy guy. But you also got a little couple places for your soaps and shampoos. And then while I'm down here, I might as well go ahead and sit on the toilet. I do wish the toilet was on a little bit of an angle, but you can see you know, you're sitting, you're moving and grooving, you're not too stressed out about your space. You also get pretty good storage, and that goes even down to here where you got an area for a trash can. Now let's flip this back around. You got your sink with enough countertop space to be dangerous. You also have your Suburban on-demand hot water heater. So I believe that's a 60K. Same one they're using on like those 45-foot destination trailers. But that's going to be really nice instant heat that lasts for a very long time. 4 pull-out drawers. Clean-cut storage and access to your plumbing. You also got a good little mirror there to check out bowling guns. And bada bing, bada boom. And you got another Max Air fan to help do the old steamer stink. You get it out of there. Controls for that's going to be right here. Now we're up in the bedroom. You got an east to west slide, which makes sense just because east to west makes these. But I believe that's a queen bed. I'll have to check. It might be a king. We'll have to look. I'll put that down in the description though. But you got 2 windows. They both open up. And you also got 2 shelves there too as well, which is nice. You also have outlets and USBs down here as well, along with another dimmer and a control for your heat and AC. And then one of your 2 ACs are right up here. Now, if you want to disproportionately push that cool air, you know, if you're not using the living room and you just want this room to cool down in a hurry, these are going to be your dump valves. So you can open that up or close it, and it'll run either evenly down the track or unevenly down the track. As far as height in here is concerned, you got pretty good head height, probably somewhere like around 6'5" or so, which is definitely nice. You got an area where you can hang up your TV. And then you also have a little countertop and 4 pull-outs for your dressers, along with an emergency exit here again, so pull, push, and plop. And then bada bing, bada boom. Sorry, I had to tuck in my shirt real quick. You also got a pretty good sized closet up here. And it does have the old washer and dryer prep, which is nice. So you can put a fully stackable washer and dryer. Use this a little bit more full time for sure. But all right, guys, I think that about does it here for the inside portion of this tour. Again, this is the 2024 Blackthorn 3300RD. Hit that like and subscribe button. All the specs and the price will be down in the description. Let me give you one more little look here of that back rear den area. Pretty darn snazzy. But let's head outside. We'll spend just a couple moments here, just kind of pointing some things out, showing you where they are. And then I'm going to move on to this Cardinal. All right. So right off the bat, they adopted kind of the old Brinkley look here on the outside with the blacked out little area around the windows. You also see you get a massive awning, looking like it's probably about 20 or so feet with the LED lights. But that'll help you really utilize, some of that campground space. Provide a little bit of shade, a little bit more versatility for it. You got propane behind this door. You also get some pretty good pass-through storage here as well. And I like the fact they use that LED, which just ran out of time. But you got the old motion sensor light right there. And then you have an outside shower over here, and I believe one on the other side as well. So that's access to your hot and cold water. You're also going to get that heated and enclosed underbelly. And don't forget the fact that it does have those tank heaters, for extra long use. The solid steps that flip up into the doorway with the safety rail. If you're not familiar with the safety rail, it is a very long rail just to help you kind of get a little extra oomph when you're heading up. When you're done with it, you just pull that tab and it slides up, and it's got a magnet clip that goes on right there. So as you can tell here by this little sticker, I'll show you a couple. Internet upgradable, so 4G LTE, call up like AT&T or Verizon. You get the little wine guard, the Air 360. And it's also got Azdale. If you're not familiar with Azdale, it's inside the wall. You'll never see it, but it's essentially a product that doesn't soak in water. So if you ever have one of those, those uh-oh moments with your RV, you don't pay attention, you got a leak, it's going to be what keeps this thing from not kind of rotting out on you, if something really bad happens, which hopefully it doesn't, and it shouldn't, but it's nice to have that uh-oh protection. Goodyear tires here as well, and these are going to be the ST 235 ST235, what the heck's going on with this camera? ST235 80R16. You also got your MoreRide 3000 CRE, so a much more comfortable ride for you. And then you got an outlet right here as well. LP quick connect. Ow, God almighty. Just about fell over. You got an LP quick connect that's right under there, but I got tripped on that rock right there. You got your towing package, which is nice, so it's going to be a little bit more of a beefed up experience there. You got a 3,000 pound tow rating and a 300 pound hitch rating, along with a 4-way flat right there and a 2-inch receiver. But you know, whether you're towing 3,000 pounds or if you're just hooking up like a bike rack, you know, something like that, you're able to do so. Rear observation camera prep, so you get a 4.5-inch screen. You can suction cup right onto your windshield. And then you also see that black bar. That's for the Lippert ladder, the extendable ladder, so that way you can get on top of your fully walkable roof, you know, check your seals, check your slides. These slides are also eligible for a slide topper, which is just a piece of awning that goes from here to here, and it prevents debris from falling on top of your RV. So then in turn, when you close the slide up, it doesn't jam it into the seal. Your fresh water drain is going to be right under here. And you also saw a spare tire. You also get your dump right there. Here's going to be where you plug in the unit, and then the back end of your RV. So you got your docking station, you got a little motion sensor light, your battery disconnect will be right here, and then also another outside shower, you know, just like I thought, along with all your bypass valves, city water connection, and your black tank flush, which is a sprinkler system there for your poop tank. Propane, here's where you control the leveling, and then you got a little bit of storage up top and a room for your battery. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, this is the 2024 Blackthorn 3300. Hit that like and subscribe button if you appreciate it. Have a great day. See ya.